So lately I have been questioning many of the beliefs that I have surrounding PMO in general. Because according to the freedom model for addictions, the problem that we have is not PMO addiction, but rather a choice of usage of PMO that we are not truly satisfied with. And our main struggle is not because of the strong addictive power of PMO, but rather because of ideas that we have, right? And so through questioning those ideas and reaching new conclusions, we can hopefully devalue PMO and stop it effortlessly once we realize that anything that we attribute to PMO is not really there. So the question I have been asking myself lately is this question that, is the desire for PMO biological, right? Because in the mainstream scientific theory, like with an evolutionary standpoint, right, there is this idea that sex, the desire for sex is here so that the species reproduces, right? Because if there was no desire for sex whatsoever, people would just not have sex. And then the species would basically stop, right? And yeah, I'm just questioning this because I remember that there was a few times where I had no access to pornography whatsoever, like no internet. And in those moments, I did not even want to masturbate. So if the desire for sex was really biological, even without internet, I would want to masturbate, right? But in my case, at least, when I have no internet accessible, I seldom want to masturbate, like almost never. What I want is the full experience of PMO, right? So this is why I am starting to believe that this desire for PMO is not driven by biology. Like when I do PMO, and maybe that's the case for many people, I am not trying to reproduce even subconsciously. Otherwise, I would want a MO to the same amount with or without internet, right? If it was just about ejaculating so that my brain thinks I have accomplished my biological duty, with or without the erotic video, I would want to do it, wouldn't I? But I am not yet quite sure. This is why I'm just asking questions at this point. Like maybe there's an aspect of it that's biological, but I'm almost sure it's very tiny compared to the real reasons that make me want to do PMO, and that I still have to clearly understand, right? I'm still in this process of understanding myself clearly, right? But the desire for sleep is biological. If I force myself to not sleep, at some point I will fall asleep. Like I will just, drop on my bed, just on very deep sleep instantly. Eating is a biological need, right? If I stop myself from eating, I will starve, I will have no energy, and after a few days, maybe months, I don't know, I die, But sex is not even a need. You can just not do sex ever, like Christian monks, for instance, and you don't die, So it's not even a kind of it's not even a need, right? Now maybe it's a need for the species, so that the species continues, right? But like the driving force of sex is not as strong as the driving force of sleeping, But of course, if you have the belief that you need to ejaculate because it's some biological program inside you, then if you have this belief, you are going to do it, right? Again, we struggle with beliefs mostly. So yeah, is sex a biological need? I don't even know, but I'm more and more questioning that.